Hey there, just want to talk to you briefly about lunges, give a little tutorial on some different type of lunges and some lunges that at my age, and it's with some of our disabilities, we want to maybe avoid, maybe it's a little bothersome to you, so I just don't actually do them, but if you choose to do them, please do. So lunges are a wonderful exercise and there's so many varieties. If during one of my workouts you want to add weights, you want to hold your weights here, you want to hold your weights here, you want to change it up, do that. Do whatever works for you. I tend to shy away from front lunges, from going forward with it, just because it bothers my knee some. So I'm not going to be doing those, but I will do some diagonal lunges. I'll do curtsy lunges, retro lunges, lateral lunges, and I kind of wanted to go through a little bit of that and the benefit of each. So a lot of people really avoid lunges and they hate them, and they also say, well, they hurt my knees. I hear that all the time. These hurt my knees. I can't do lunges. Most of the time, it's not the exercise, it's the form. So I do have some knee issues on one side, so I'm going to kind of show you. You may see me substitute a little bit. If you do, that's okay. I'm going to try to do this correctly, though, so I can make sure you get the right tutorial. Here's what we're going to do. When you are doing a lunge, this is just a static lunge, what we're about to do. It is not a horizontal movement, which means a lot of people, when they lunge, they do that. So they're moving in a horizontal plane. It is vertical. So your body pretty much stays in one place, feet are wide, and you're going down into two 90-degree angles. You don't have to touch the floor. In fact, you really probably shouldn't touch the floor, but it's still a 90-degree angle, okay? So this is a static lunge. If you don't have the balance for a static lunge, you may want to hold on to something, hold on to a wall, hold on to a chair. Static lunge, knee does not go in front of the toe, and it's an up and down movement. Body is super straight. It's also an excellent core exercise because you have to balance yourself with a static lunge. The other lunge that I'd like to show you is a lateral lunge, side to side. So lateral lunge can be done several ways. You can do one side lateral lunge. So when you do a lateral lunge like so, you don't want to bend over, but if you see my chest is lifted, my back is straight, I'm looking up. I am getting a little more glutes by leaning in a little bit. So you can do a side to side lunge like this and alternate those. You can do a lunge where you go into it this way and then come back. But that's going to bring in some of the inner muscles and the outer muscles. So lateral lunges are super important. Okay. Now, so that's going to get a little more inner thigh. Then I also love a cross back or a curtsy lunge where hips, you don't turn the hips when you're doing a cross back lunge or a curtsy. Let me see, I'm going to move back a little bit where you can see my feet. And again, still a vertical movement. And if you're doing a curtsy lunge correct, you're actually lining that knee up to the back ankle. So this back knee lines up to my Achilles on the opposite side. Now, a lot of people do them like this, and there's a lot of twisting. We don't want twisting, especially with conditions that twisting needs to be avoided. Down and up. Next lunge is a rear lunge, which is pretty knee friendly. You take your static lunge and you just step back. A little more of a balance component. Stepping back. Back. Okay, and then the other lunge I like to do instead of a front lunge, because it's just not friendly for me, is a diagonal. So I'm going to go to about a 45-degree angle this direction and come down, come back. I'm going to do the opposite side, 45-degree angle. I also try to take those slow. If you're starting off and you're doing some diagonal lunges because you really want to, or you're doing front lunges, Especially if you haven't done them before, don't add weight until you're ready. That's your tutorial on lunges. Have a good day.